Green-HillGaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. And welcome to some late night demon slaying as I play Doom 2. So sit back, relax, grab your super shotgun, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. New game, please. So there's 2 episodes, Hell on Earth and the Master Levels. I will go with Hell
Eggman Gaming
on Earth. And I know who is in my live stream. Chad Middleton.
Doomer.
Doomer, how dare you insult my YouTube channel with that horrendous name. It is Dr. Robotnik, as I get my live chat up on my phone. And buddy, welcome to the live stream along with Mr. Middleton. And how dare you say Eggman Gaming. The next time you say Eggman Gaming, I will put you into the dreaded time out zone. You don't want that, Chad. So you've been warned. So Chad Middleton, Damien Sewell, welcome both of you to Green-HillGaming. As you can see, I'm playing some Doom 2 for some late night demon slaying. So
E3 got cancelled, Europe got cancelled, and the NBA got cancelled. Emoji confused face.
Basically the world has been cancelled. We're all gonna die. Fair enough. Green-HillGaming is here to make your death a bit more pleasurable. So you're both welcome to the live stream. As always, great to have you. Hope that you're all keeping well, and hope that you enjoy the live stream. Choosing your difficulty in a Doom game is hilarious, to be honest. The names are hilarious. So you go from like very easy, which is called I'm Too Young to Die. Then you have like, I suppose, easy, which is hey, not too rough. Then you have, I suppose, what I would say normal, which would be hurt me plenty. Then you have hard, which is ultra violence, and just absolutely insane nightmare. So how are you all doing? Damien, how are you doing, buddy? Mr. Middleton, how are you doing? And I like Doomer as well. I like that. I think Doomer would be a term to describe like just a massive Doom fan. I like that term, Doomer. So how are you all keeping? Damien, how are you keeping? Chad, how are you keeping? And to my third viewer who was stalking my channel.
I played with Shao Kahn and beat his towers, won some matches. He's fun to play. I'm doing okay, man. You?
He sure is, man. Glad to hear it, buddy. I'm doing very well now. I gotta say, I got my amazing people in my live chat right now, watching my live stream and playing a bit of Doom 2. I'm doing very well now, so thank you very much. And we'll be as interactive as always on this live stream, so it's going to be a fun live stream. And Chad, you're talking to the expert when it comes to Shao Kahn, Chad, so I would 100% believe that he is very, very fun to play. Speaking of playing, I think it's time that I played Doom 2, and I'm going to go with Hurt Me Plenty. Rest in peace. These enemies, they're half human and half demon. At least that's what I would call them. They're basically infected marines, infected space marines. I'm not an expert when it comes to Doom mythology, so don't call me out on that one, please. Or I will kick your ass. I won't really. A joke. So it is a week until the release.
No joke, I started seeing more Scorpion players when playing as Shao Kahn.
Oh. Maybe it's a curse. One of you would choose Shao Kahn, all the Scorpion players come out of hiding. That's my theory anyway.
Excited for Eternal?
I am, as the Americans would say, Damien, I am super excited for the launch of Doom Eternal, releasing next week. Yeah man, really am. I'm hyped. It's looking like an insane game. It's already gotten so many awards. Shooter. So the big boys at Activision and EA would want to stand back.
The Icon of Sin was in the new trailer.
That's right, yeah. I know a little bit about the mythology of Icon of Sin. That was the Space Marine / Doom guy / Doom Slayer. He's got many names. His son, apparently, which, what happened to him? He died and turned into a demon and you had to kill him. Yeah, as I said, my Doom mythology is not exactly the sharpest.
You getting Spawn in MK11?
Oh man, well, technically I don't already have him, but I'll be getting him because I have the combat pack already on Mortal Kombat 11, both on the Switch and PS4. Because I got the, what did I call it? The complete edition. Basically the deluxe edition. So yeah, once he gets released, which I think is shortly, I'll be able to play as him right away. So I'm hyped for a bit of sport.
No, it was their other night soon in the other trailer, the old guy.
Oh, okay. As I said, my Doom mythology is not exactly up to standard. So thank you there, Chad, for clarifying that. The history of the Icon of Sin. I don't know why I'm going around in circles here. I want to collect all the items, so I get a good score, like, you know. There's another door that I missed. I knew there was a door that I missed. There we go. Are you all enjoying the rock and roll soundtrack playing in the background? Looking forward to playing a bit of Doom 64 as well, which comes free with Doom Eternal. I think you have to pre-order Doom Eternal to get Doom 64. You get it for free if you pre-order it, I think. But there's a brand new chapter available when you complete the main campaign. And on Switch there's optional motion control as well.
6-4 got a new chapter.
I got there before you. Got there before you, Chad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now, I haven't played a whole lot of Doom 64. I have the original version on the Nintendo 64. But I haven't played very much of it. And it's nice to know that when I do play it, and when I complete it, I'll be able to have a brand new chapter that I can get stuck into. Also, speaking of shooters, what is everyone's thoughts on the brand new Battle Royale from the big boys, Call of Duty Warzone? Is that what it's called? What are your thoughts on that? I've got to say, it does make Fortnite look like, well, it's already shit. So I was going to say it makes Fortnite look shit, but Fortnite already is shit, so. But it just makes, no, in all seriousness, it really looks a lot more serious, if that's the right word.
I don't have a PS4.
Man, you should get a PS4.
Not a fan of Battle Royale in general.
I'd be the same, Damien, more or less. I know I played Battle Royale games. I did play a good bit of Fortnite, but I wouldn't be a fan of the genre. I'd be the same as you. But I gotta say, I did see Call of Duty. Is it called Call of Duty Battlezone? Oh no, it's Call of Duty Warzone, isn't it? So I've seen the trailer, seen a bit of gameplay, and I think that it looks a lot more.
I deleted Fortnite to download the new Animal Crossing.
You made a good choice. What? You downloaded Fortnite to download? So how much space did Fortnite take up, man? Damn. Did you not get that big memory card yet? You were getting like a 200 and something gigabyte memory card for the Switch, were you not? Surely Fortnite doesn't take up that much memory.
It's cool, it's free, no PS Plus required, but I'm still a rebel. Emoji happy tears.
You keep being a rebel, man. You keep being a rebel. You keep being you, man. Don't ever cave into the peer pressures of life. Don't ever do something just because someone else is doing it. That's unfortunate, Chad. Hopefully, they will restock that for you. That's pretty cool that you don't need PS Plus to play. Can someone please confirm the name of that game, please? It's definitely called Call of Duty Warzone, correct? Can somebody please correct that for me? Thank you. But I just looked at it and I just thought, I mean, the map looks huge, and it looks fantastic. Thank you for that. Yeah, so the map looks huge, and it just looks a lot more detailed and polished. It just looks like this could potentially
150 players or something.
Oh man, I've seen that. They had something like 6 million people playing as well, or was it 6 million downloads or something. There was some statistic that I read yesterday anyway that really stood out to me. I think it might have been how many people may have downloaded Battlezone. I could be wrong about that, but there was a huge statistic there anyway. But 150 players playing at the same time is... Wait, you mean... Is that what you mean? Is 150 players playing at the one time? That's insane. I just think it makes... I don't want to be attacking Fortnite too much here, you know? But I just think it really does just completely tear apart Fortnite. In my opinion, from what I've seen, that's insane. Because the limit on Fortnite is 100. So Call of Duty have taken it to 150. So I have obviously played a lot of Fortnite, and I've seen Warzone. And my opinion of Warzone is it's a lot more polished. I suppose what I'm trying to say is it looks a lot better than Fortnite. To cut long story short there, because God knows I can make the Three Bears in
LOL sucks for Xbox, franchise. They need membership. Load of people crying about it, emoji happy tears.
Sucks for Xbox, they need membership. Oh God, good old Microsoft. The company that sees Amazon and Google as their competition going forward. Meanwhile, PlayStation 4 and Switch continue to sell like hotcakes. Oh, good Lord above, Microsoft, what are you doing? You think streaming is the future, yet Google Stadia has failed before it even had the opportunity to be a success. Oh my God, Phil Spencer, what are you doing, huh? You don't even have a market in Japan. Oh, Jesus Christ. But that's insane that Microsoft had to pay membership to play Warzone. I fear this stream could go into like a massive conversation about Warzone. So as I said, I'll end Warzone. So
Pete Hines still crying about Fallout 76.
Man, Pete Hines will be crying about Fallout 76 until there will actually be a Fallout situation in the world. So Damien is like myself; he wouldn't be a fan of Battle Royale. What are your thoughts on it, Chad? I know you play a lot of Fortnite, Chad. So what are your thoughts on Battlezone? Would you put down Fortnite in favour of Battlezone? Would you play both? And which would you prefer? Warzone or Fortnite? Then we move on from that topic. But I like getting interactive. I like asking my viewers what they think of the latest video games. As I said, my opinion of Battlezone is it looks far better than Fortnite. It looks like one of the best Battle Royale games I've actually seen.
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't ask anybody to comment on, a game that I haven't actually seen yet. So that's okay, Chad. I would recommend watching it, see some gameplay of it, and you can let me know the next time what you think. I think it looks far better. I think it's one of the best Battle Royale games I've ever seen. So that's the end of that. Oh, I just want to say one thing. If you are planning on downloading Warzone, you would want to have a large storage capacity on your
Goodbye Dan Hauser, by the way. Emoji crying face, emoji crying face.
Oh God, I know. Goodbye Dan Hauser. Dan Hauser has left Rockstar Games, and he pretty much is Rockstar Games. He pretty much is, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. So it's going to be interesting times.
Emoji wide smile.
You are one of those people, Chad, aren't you? Everything has to come to Switch, doesn't it? Everything has to come to Switch. Oh God. Well, I can understand why people will be like that, because with Xbox and PlayStation, there's no debating a game coming to those two consoles. Very rarely is there a game that doesn't come to PS4 that's on Xbox, or vice versa. But when it comes to Nintendo consoles, they get left out so much, that question always has to be asked.
The man that wrote my favorite game, Red Dead Redemption 2. He also wrote everything from GTA, RDR, EDC.
That's right, Damien. That's right, man. He plays a large contribution to Rockstar and its games. So it's going to be almost impossible to imagine Rockstar going forward without Dan Hauser. So interesting times for Rockstar, and as a result of the gaming industry as a result, because Grand Theft Auto is a massive series. GTA 5. That is the most successful video game ever. Full stop. Pretty much. So yeah, it's interesting times for Rockstar. But if you're planning on downloading Warzone, you need to have a large memory, because it takes up 100 gigabytes to download, and that's just no. The game only launched less than a week ago, so imagine all the updates that are going to be added to it as well. So if you want to have a massive PS4, you'd be taught, you want to have
I'll take two's fault.
Yeah, man, just the joys of publisher-developer relations, unfortunately. Rockstar Games being the developers, and Take-Two being the publisher, and there's always going to be that
Warzone is 10 GB if you have Modern Warfare downloaded.
Oh, handy enough. So anyone who has Modern Warfare just need to download 10 gigabytes. Not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh Jesus, that guy's always standing outside that door and was waiting with a super shotgun. Actually, this isn't a super shotgun, I don't think, but we'll see on that. We'll just pretend it is. Now let me kill this fucker first. He's going for a jog. I'm going to take Damien's advice that he gave me many months ago when I started playing Doom 1 to save my progress. Didn't even know that I could save my progress until Damien told me.
Sony said PlayStation 5 will continue narrative single-player exclusives. Emoji grinning face.
Well, that's what I want to hear.
How does Doom 2 feel with the new update?
Okay, so first of all, Damien, that is great news. That's what I want to hear as somebody who likes a great storytelling, likes great storytelling in a great single player experience. So delighted to hear that. Deal with the new update. You know what, Chad? I'm not the kind of person that takes notice of these kind of things. Really. I'm pretty sure I played Doom 2 before the update a couple of months back when I was kind of celebrating the whole Doom thing. As in the 25th anniversary of Doom. I like how I just call it the Doom thing. Honestly, Chad, you know, it would have to be a significant update for me to actually take notice of it. I mean, if you were shooting unicorns instead of demons, if you were shooting a water gun instead of a shotgun, and if the music was Justin Bieber soundtrack, I'd probably take notice of it then. But nah, I'm not the kind of person that takes notice of frames per second and changes here and there to the music. No disrespect to It's Softer or anything. I'm sure they did a great job, like, but just for me, as long as I can hold the controller in my hand and play the game, that's all that matters to me. You know, it's very hard to play a game like Doom and stream at the same time. But not to worry. Not to worry. The stream will continue. Green-HillGaming will continue. It's just there's a lot going on when you're doing so many things at the same time.
You saw the Doom rap music?
Not yet. There's been a few Doom trailers dropping here and there. Not yet, Chad. I've seen the launch trailer. What is this latest trend of having launch trailers before the launch? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of a launch trailer? Isn't that just kind of weird? Huh? I want to get everything around here. Ammo. You know, I still think the music in this map is just hilarious. Like for a Doom game, it's like tropical music or something. It's like Doomslayer is on holiday in Spain somewhere. Really weird. Listen to it. Okay, so I have everything that I need. I have the right key card. So Doom isn't just about big weapons, big enemies and shooting. It's also about puzzle solving and finding key cards so you can open locked doors and progress to the next part of the map, and in the process get lost, as I always do. Okay, which way am I going now? Oh Jesus. Let's say it again. What are your thoughts, everyone, on streaming, as in xCloud and Google Stadia? And apparently Amazon is going down the road of streaming as well. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. I'd be intrigued to hear. So I just activated the switch here that allows the second corridor on the left to open up. I'm going to save in progress again.
Hate it.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't be a fan either.
Couldn't care less.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much the same. I think I'm more, I wouldn't, like, hate is a strong word, Chad, but I can understand how you would feel that way, considering that we have been playing games the way that we are now for many years, and it's worked up until now. Why would we change it? So changing something so drastically could generate hate in a lot of us. So I can understand that, Chad. But I would be more inclined to kind of agree with what Damien is saying there, but couldn't care less. It's not something that I really care about. With me and Damien have spoken about this actually a few times. It needs to be an option. You know, it shouldn't be forced upon us. We should have an option whether we want to purchase physical consoles and physical games, or else, stream our games, through the cloud. It should be an option. That's how I feel about streaming. It should be an option. I think, I'm lost. I think from a technological point of view, I don't think we're quite there yet.
I tried before with Batman Arkham City. It started off good, then went downhill.
In terms of what no, Chad? In terms of like lag issues and stuff like that, because that's what I was actually about to talk about. It's a long way off in terms of being the future. I'm going to give a recent example, a very appropriate example actually. Doom Eternal has now been confirmed. Yes. See, that's another issue. Do you really want your games to be lagging, when you're streaming them? I don't think people want that. But it's been confirmed that Doom Eternal on Google Stadia will not run in 60 frames per second in 4K, which is what Google promised. Google promised people that would be the case, but it's actually not going to be the case now. There's a whole lot of issues with Google Stadia in terms of its subscription policies. People don't really know what they're getting for their money, and there's a lot of confusion. One of the things that struck me was you can't actually use a wireless controller when you're playing, I think, on your laptop and on your phone, which kind of defeats the whole purpose really of streaming. And it's what I just blew myself up. Johnny just blew himself up. Okay, this is the way to go. I'm the kind of gamer that likes to have my physical console and my physical games, and I like to have a choice or an option. I don't think it should be the end-all future of gaming. I don't think gaming should go down the road of streaming only. Not at all. I don't think we have the technology for it in terms of internet speed. And a number of things could go wrong. Even if you have great internet speed, what happens if internet just gets cut off for whatever reason? What if your power cuts? For me, I think gaming on the go, I have my Switch for that. And I can get powerful gaming from a powerful
We don't
console.
even have 4G everywhere, and they want to make a 5G.
That's it. Especially here in rural Ireland. Here, we don't even have good broadband at all in rural Ireland. Now they're rolling out 5G like it's nothing. It's just, we're not quite there yet. Definitely not quite there yet when it comes to the technology side of things. Oh Jesus, why do I keep blowing up? So I would agree with Damien there on streaming. I just couldn't care less about it really. It's not something that I'm like, oh wow, now I can play Doom Eternal away from my console, away from my TV. Listen, I'm going to be getting Doom Eternal some stage this year on the Switch. That's how I can play my games on the go. Do you know what I mean? And when it comes to the games that I can't get on Switch, and I just have no problem with PS4 and PS5. So I don't really care about streaming. It's definitely something that doesn't interest me. I don't see anything innovative about it, I don't see anything at all innovative about it. And it's hilarious to me how Phil Spencer doesn't consider Sony and Nintendo as competition going forward with their Xbox, what the hell are they calling it, Series X. They see Amazon and Google as competition. It's just hilarious. So that's the end of that topic. Streaming is definitely not a popular thing in the live chat, even including myself.
Phil Spencer is a complete nutjob.
I'm beginning to think he is. I was told this actually by Rumble Jungle. I was told that, and I was like, nah, he's cool. But I think I am starting to realise now that he is a bit of a nut job. If he sees Google and Amazon as competition, considering how, you know, successful PS4 and Switch has been. Like, I mean, he's got to be a nut job. He's got to be a nut job. And I mean, he's been in Japan so many times and he still hasn't...
He's a boomer.
He's a boomer. I agree. He's been in Japan so many times and he still hasn't secured a market there. What does he be doing when he's over in Japan, like? Okay, the blue key card is, oh, I'm in the wrong place. I dropped down to the wrong place. Oh no, I didn't. I'm still in the right place, technically. There's a blue key card. Ah, the bastard blew me up.
One foul.
Oh, maybe get an F in the chat, as they say. I don't like how there's a delay in I don't like how there's a delay in the comments. There's a small bit of a delay. So like, I hate that. You know, I think the cancellation of E3 2020 could potentially create a very interesting and positive situation. I think we could actually be able to play E3 demos from our own home. You know, the demos that would normally be available at E3 for the public and for video game journalists to go hands-on with new games for the first time. I think they could actually, E3 could actually make those games available as like demos. Would that be interesting? I think the actual game announcements themselves won't be affected too much. It'll just be presented as a digital videos. A bit like what Nintendo have been doing for years with Nintendo Direct. So that kind of style of presentation will more than likely apply to all of the game developers and publishers in terms of announcing new games, which is great, to be honest with you. I think as a gamer, it's far better than seeing like a camera zoom in on a big massive screen in a conference hall. I think the only people that are going to be affected by E3 being cancelled are the general public, who may have been looking forward to travelling to E3 and going hands-on with the games up close and personal and attending the conferences, and obviously the video game journalists like IGN. But I think as far as us fans are concerned, we're actually more than likely we could actually benefit with E3 being cancelled. As I was saying, we could actually be able to play those demos at home, and I think having a more streamlined digital presentation for video game announcements is far more tidier. It's far more regular as well. No more like, oh, for the next 10 minutes, let's say hello to this Hollywood celebrity, talk about nonsense. Like, the thing about video game digital presentations is they're a lot more streamlined. You get to see a lot more games and a lot less waffling, which is what you want, you know? So I think you will like that, really. But that brings me to my next interactive part of this live stream. What do you all think of E3 being cancelled? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's terrible idea? Would you prefer to see some conferences? So yeah, just let me know your thoughts on E3 being cancelled. I'm going to save my progress here. I'm actually I'm looking forward to looking forward to E3 being cancelled. Sounds pretty stupid, but I'm looking forward
When's
to.
the Nintendo Direct?
That is the $1 million question right there. If somebody can answer that question for me, it will make my day. It's been half a year since a Nintendo Direct. Yes, half a year. Well, rumour has it there's 2 Nintendo Directs actually by the end of this month. So one being a full-blown Nintendo Direct, and the other could potentially be an indie Direct, or it could be focused on some specific game, or it could be a Smash character. But 6 months without a direct, man, I'm getting severe withdrawal syndromes, man. Just from that alone, like it's crazy. Now, was there a blue door that I forgot to open here? I don't think so. No.
July emoji wide smile.
Oh, I'd die. I would die. Don't do that to me. God Almighty. Well, do you know what? There was one good way to look at it. It's been 6 months since a direct, so we went 6 months without one. Kind of like asking ourselves, like, when's the next one going to be? When's the next one going to be? Well, at least we know for sure that we're going to be getting one in June. So at least we can mark that in the calendar and say that's a definite Nintendo Direct. Well, Jesus Christ, hopefully it won't come to that, and we will have a full-blown Nintendo Direct this month, by the end of this month. And then also, hopefully, also very soon, we will see a PlayStation State of Play with a full-blown PS5 reveal. That would be amazing. I would love that now in the 1 month to have the official reveal of PS5 and a full-blown Nintendo Direct. Music is getting a lot more creepier now. I really like the maps in Doom. They're like, there's a lot more strategy in them compared to traditional shooters. You don't really think too much about the map in traditional shooters. You just kind of take cover and shoot the enemies and reload and stuff. But with Doom, puzzle elements and kind of like maze-like elements to them too. Oh god. I just gotta fix my phone. I remember the last Nintendo Direct in September, 6 months ago. For me, it wasn't the greatest. I can't even remember what was shown at it, but I just watching it and thinking to myself, meh, the greatest. Right, this goes up, isn't it? Yep. Holy shit. Well, they were waiting for me. Bastards were waiting for me. I don't even think I saved me. I did. Lads, you're gone very quiet. Come on. Say something. Otherwise, I'll fall asleep. It's happened before. I played Doom once and I fell asleep. Anybody remember that?
The Witcher 3.
Why did I even ask? Oh my god. You know, when my time comes and I have to say goodbye to this earthly world. I'm going to put on my headstone. Still
Emoji smirk.
didn't buy The Witcher 3. That's what I'm going to have written on my tombstone. Didn't give in. Oh, you have me lost now, Chad. I gotta say though, you've gotten into my head, because I'm thinking to myself, am I not buying the game because I don't want to? Or is it gotten to the stage now where I'm just not going to buy it because I'm going to give in to Chad? So I gotta say that your mind games are working, Chad. What the fuck? Oh my god. Think about... Oh no, this is the beginning. This is the actual beginning of the level. Okay, I got a bit confused there. So basically I have no save slot in the level itself. Is to start. I was going to say, where the hell did he go? I am still shocked how the fact that two games are releasing on the same day has turned into like an internet sensation, and that is the release of Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know the fact that they're two different games might kind of be interesting, but I'm pretty sure that in the vast like decades of the video game industry, there has been times where two games that were completely different have released on the same day, and I don't think there's ever been this like...
I'm going to play as Shang Tsung next.
Shang Tsung. Good choice. Good choice. He's got a good moveset, like. And, you know, he's obviously been modelled after the original actor that played as Shang Tsung in the Mortal Kombat movie. So it's a good choice. What about poor Carl from Terminator? You're abandoning Carl. No, yeah. That's not good, Chad. You would not be happy at all with that, no. I think I should save my game here, actually. Ooh. Can I just briefly comment on the coronavirus, if I may? Just picked up something that just makes absolutely no sense to me, apart from the fact that people are stocking up on toilet
He has a lot of fun moves.
He does actually, Shang Tsung. He does. He's a great character. I mean, the whole morphing into other fighters and using their moveset to his fatal, his fatal blow, where he like transforms
Green-Hill
into...
Healthcare.
Green-Hill Healthcare. We'll briefly discuss coronavirus. Now, like, you know, all this panic shopping, where like a lot of people are cramming into the shopping centres to stock up on products, including toilet paper. Can somebody please, I've got 4 people watching the live stream, can one of those 4 people please explain to me why people are buying toilet paper in response to the coronavirus? I do not understand. But you know how they're saying we should, close down schools, workplaces where a lot of workers, and cancel public gatherings for health and safety, so we don't spread the infection. And you know how, like, for myself and I've seen, like, the St. Patrick's Day parade here in Cork got cancelled, and I've seen everyone in the comment section saying, oh, for God's sake, cancel it, come on, it's not safe, cancel it. So let me get this straight, right? I'm gonna die. People
Panic shopping.
Panic shopping.
The leftovers will be in penny dinners in a few months.
Oh God. Yeah, man. People will realise, why did I buy 60 cans of beans? Why did I buy 2 tons of toilet roll? Why did I buy a house full of bread? Yeah, man, they'll end up in penny dinners. So what I can't understand is how...
I remember this back in Y2K.
That's something I never even thought of, actually. The whole Y2K panic, yeah. Good call there, Chad. But so basically what I can't understand is how people are shouting to cancel public gatherings because a large number of people getting together could spread the coronavirus, but then at the same time they cram themselves into supermarkets. Is that not the same thing as a public gathering? Having like hundreds of people inside a supermarket cramming together. Is that not the same thing? Crazy, Carrie Ann. This is something I picked up on there. So if you want to stop the spread of infection, and if you want to cancel public gatherings, you don't want to be around a large number of people, well then how about you don't cram all yourselves into the one fucking building? It's the exact same thing as a public gathering, really. And also, like, I hear people talking as well about the closing of schools. I can understand how parents want to protect their children and how they want to prevent the virus from spreading, but you're just basically releasing large numbers of students into the community, into the society. So it's kind of the same thing, really. You're just dispersing them into society. If anything, it would make more sense is to keep them in the classroom and just fucking self-isolate them or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of holes in all of this, and it's kind of hilarious, really. But the whole buying toilet paper situation is just, somebody has yet to explain that to me. Somebody has yet to explain to me why people are buying toilet roll in bulk compared in response to coronavirus. That's just the one thing that just gets me every time. Damn it, I fell. I'm going to pay attention to certain things with the coronavirus. Like, so in Ireland, our Taoiseach, or leader, Leo Varadkar has...
Watch this interview with Joe Rogan and this health expert. Closing schools wouldn't help because nurses and doctors would have to look after.
I know. Sorry, my computer voice didn't allow you to finish that there. Would have to look after the kids. I seen that interview pop up on my YouTube, but I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it tomorrow. But I'm going to pay close attention, and I'm going to basically what's the word I'm looking for? I'm basically going to see through their bullshit, because the Irish government has said that for health and safety, all massive public gatherings should be cancelled. Of any gathering of up to 100 people.
It's a good interview.
Cool, man. I'll give that a watch tomorrow. But the Irish government has said to cancel all public gatherings and to close schools, childcare facilities and workplaces that have a large number of people until the end of the month. But then there is this late night TV show called The Late Late Show, and I'm pretty sure there's roughly 100 people in the audience. Well, that'd be a good day for The Late Late Show. But I wonder will that get cancelled? You know, other little things like that. And I've been saying this for a while now, and I don't care how controversial it sounds.
Be right back.
Anyone who knows me knows I'm controversial, and no problem. I'll be right there when you be right back. But I can guarantee you that come this August, the Gay Pride Festival in Cork City will continue. I can guarantee you that. Because cancelling that would be inconvenient to the powers that be, basically. Because they got to keep pumping that brand. They got to keep pumping the LGBTQ++++ brand into society. Because that will not be cancelled. I'm open to be proven wrong. You know, I'm open to be proven wrong, but I can pretty much guarantee you that come this August, there's all different dates depending what part of the world you're from, but in Cork anyway, the Gay Pride Festival is this August, and I'm guaranteeing you that public gathering will not be cancelled. And I'm pretty sure there's roughly 100 people marching on the street in that parade as well. So it's not like millions of people that only get. It's not public gatherings of a million people that get cancelled. It's basically any public gathering that has more than 100 people is supposed to be cancelled for health and safety reasons. But I believe though it's up to the actual individual or organisation themselves whether they want to actually cancel the event or not. So yeah, it's pretty much up to the individual themselves really. But you know, I look at the comment section of social media and I see like people screaming to cancel the St. Patrick's Day parade, screaming to close down schools because, you know, they don't want anything to do with public gathering because it'll spread the infection faster. And these are the same people that will cram themselves into supermarkets, you know, to buy the last packet of pasta. Funny shit, isn't it? There you go. Anyway, that's enough about coronavirus. I just think it's. I just wanted to touch upon the hilarious point that, you know, people are, you know, calling out for and agreeing with, you know, public gatherings to be cancelled, you know, for health and safety, but then they're basically publicly gather themselves in supermarkets, which is just completely hypocritical. But that's the end of that conversation. This is the part of the live stream where I'm completely lost. Happens more so in Doom than any other game, I think. You know what, I'm just noticing it seems to happen a lot in Bethesda games. Because I remember being very, very lost in Wolfenstein. Oh shit, who the fuck keeps shooting me? That's so annoying. You don't know who the fuck is shooting you. Well, I don't even think it's... Shit, map 3. Oh man, I don't even know if I saved. Oh well. Yeah, I made significant progress since I got killed, but it doesn't matter. Sure, I would have restarted. What am I saying? If I died, I would have restarted the map anyway. So this is the third map, and I mean severely challenged. So my impressions of Doom 2 compared to Doom 1 is it's far more challenging. I'd be pretty much flying through the third map in Doom 1 by now. So Doom 2 definitely a challenging game compared to Doom 1. Funny, I'm still thinking of Green Hill Healthcare. It's actually the name of my health organisation in 2 Point Hospital. Well, it's called Green Hill Care, I think, or Green Hill. Fuck, I forget now. Green Hill Care, I think is what I gotta go back and play that game actually. I'm actually considering buying it a second time on PS4 so I can stream it and show you lovely people the insanity of that game, but it's like 40 €. Kind of like, I don't mind buying games that are like kind of indie games now, like on PS4 that are like, for instance, I bought Duck, fucking Untitled Goose Game on Switch twice. Then again, I did buy Mortal Kombat 11 on PS4, and that cost me like €100, but it was the collector's edition, so it was much cheaper than what it originally was, I can tell you that much. But I just like sharing. I like sharing my passion of video games with the world around me. It's my catchphrase. But you know what? It isn't just a catchphrase, though. It's the truth, like. So I think when it comes to like funny games, like 2 Point Hospital, like just those are the perfect games to stream. Like it's good to share Doom Eternal and Doom 2 and other games like that. But I think for me, my preference is just funny, wacky games. And you can't get any more funnier and wackier than 2 Point Hospital. It's the spiritual successor to Jesus Christ. Not actually Jesus Christ. Spiritual successor to 2 Point, to Team Hospital, which was a game made by developers called Bullfrog. They're actually used to work for EA. They left. I wonder why. Well, they left years ago. So obviously, like, if there had to be another Team Hospital, obviously they wouldn't be involved in it. So they set up their own company called 2 Point Studios, and their first game was the spiritual successor to the game they created many years ago, Team Hospital.
I'm back.
But it's called 2 Point Hospital. And welcome back, Mr. Middleton. I'm still stuck on this stage. Do you know what? The reason I get stuck in the game is because I talk too much. But I have to talk because it's a live stream. So it's a double-edged sword, really. Oh, Lord above.
What's 2 Point Hospital?
Right, Chad, what is 2 Point Hospital? Really? You don't know what that game is? Oh my god. Chad, have you ever heard of a game called Team Hospital years ago that was released on the PC and console, particularly the PlayStation 1? Let me know.
At least you don't sound like Jacksepticeye.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh my god, one of the most fake introductions you could ever think of, man. That guy bugs me.
Never heard of both.
Oh my god. Well, this is the part of my YouTube channel that I actually really like, is basically like telling people about these games. Well, as I said before you rejoined the live stream, there was a game called Team Hospital released back in the early 90s from a game development what the fuck am I saying? From a game development company called Bullfrog. And Team Hospital was, by the way, they worked for EA, unfortunately. The game is a hospital simulator, but a hilarious hospital simulator where you build your own hospital, a bit like The Sims and games like that. So you build your own hospital, you cure patients from absolutely hilarious illnesses. Really, really, really funny stuff. I'll give an example of that in a second. So yeah, you were building your hospital, curing your patients, and you were basically building up your empire, your health empire. So you had to kind of, make sure that your patients were happy, make sure that they were basically like that there was toilet facilities for them to empty their bladders. You had to manage the finances of the hospital and all of those like deep kind of stuff as well. Like, so you're really managing the hospital apart from just building it. So apart from the cosmetic side of things, you were really managing the much more business oriented side of things as well. I think the selling point of the game Team Hospital was just really just curing these really funny illnesses. So that was Team Hospital. So many years later, Bullfrog left EA. So they no longer had the rights to Team Hospital, but they have recently formed a new company called 2 Point Studios. And their first game was 2 Point Hospital, which is basically the spiritual successor to Team Hospital. So it's very like Team Hospital, but just vastly improved. So to give an example of some of the hilarious illnesses, one of the illnesses is a pandemic.
That sounds fun.
Very fun. You know what? It plays even more fun. I'm probably doing a terrible job explaining the game, to be honest with you. But one of the hilarious illnesses in the game is called pandemic. Like for instance, right now there's a coronavirus pandemic. But what this illness in the game actually is when you get too close to kitchenware and like a pan will actually get attached to your head. Pan or a pot, whatever way you want to call it. The pan gets attached to their head, and they walk into your hospital, they go to your reception, they must see the GP will diagnose them a pandemic. They go into this special room that you build, by the way, called the PANS lab, and it's basically a big massive magnet that attaches to the patient's head, which has a fucking pan on it, and violently swings the patient around until the pan gets removed from their head. Another illness is called lightheadedness, which is basically a patient with a light bulb for a head. So it's just really funny stuff like that, and you have to make sure that the prices of the hospital are managed well as well. So if certain treatments are too pricey, you'll actually get notifications saying this patient has left the hospital in anger because he didn't want to pay this price for treatment. So you really got to manage the finances of your hospital. You've got to make sure that your staff are well looked after, their energy levels are reasonable, they're not being overworked. You've got to check to see if they're happy with their pay. When they get promoted, you have the option to give them, because everything is optional in the game, you have an option to increase their pay. If you wanted to be an asshole, you could decrease their pay. So it's a hospital simulator, a very, very deep hospital simulator that doesn't take itself serious by any means. So it's a really fun game, and I'd recommend it to anybody, to be honest with you. I like doing that. I like explaining games to people. That was a perfect opportunity. I'm surprised you weren't aware of it. Really surprised. Like, I know it's not as...
I want a Star Trek sim on Switch.
Anything is possible, Chad. Who knows? Maybe that'll get announced at the next Nintendo Direct. Fingers crossed for that note, Chad. Oh god, I hit. It's not more than falling down in a Doom game. Falling into hell itself. Yeah, it's tough work to play a game like Doom and do a live stream at the same time. Because I'm sure that if I rewatch this live stream and I'm looking back at my gameplay, I'm thinking to myself, why am I playing like shit? Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, you could have had this level complete in 2 seconds. Why did it take you so long? So because I gotta do a live stream. It's because I gotta talk to my viewers. I gotta think about what they're saying and what I'm saying, and that takes skill. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Telling you, I got a feeling Doom Eternal is going to be like 10 times harder, to be honest with you. You know, I haven't played Doom 2016 for a long while. I was traveling there a couple of weeks back, and I brought Doom 2016 with me on the Switch, because that's how I stream my games, so to speak. That's how I play my games on the go. I don't need any fucking massive fast internet connection. Didn't have to worry about lag or whatever. Anyway, I had been away from that game for so long that once I got stuck into it, I was like, I actually literally turned it off because I couldn't. I was actually getting my ass handed to me, like. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to know when I play Doom Eternal. It's a really, really, really challenging game, like. Now I'm going to save my progress now once my health is high. Oh god. So long for my health being high. It's 6 minutes past 1. We're going to wrap this up in about 45 minutes. Could be less, but it's definitely not going to be any more than 45 minutes because it's quite late here. It's been a while since I've done a late night stream. It's even been longer since I've done a Doom stream. I read as well recently that
Where's Last of Us?
Last of Us is actually going to be my next live stream. You have read my mind, Damien. That's actually going to be my next live stream, and actually we'll make that maybe another late night live stream actually, but definitely 100% my next live stream is The Last of Us. It's weird because I was actually lying in bed this morning and I was thinking of doing a Last of Us stream today, but then I said to myself, last minute change, I said, you know, I haven't played Doom for a while, so I'll play Doom 2, considering that Doom Eternal is releasing next week. But you'll be happy to know, Damien, that my next live stream will be The Last of Us.
Bioshock.
I like the way my computer said Bioshock. Sounded like Japanese. Bioshock. Chad, you keep that Bioshock.
Late night would be perfect for Last of Us.
You know, it actually would be, to be honest. Scary shit, like. Yeah. I should actually try to kind of. I don't want to go down the road of scheduling, because I don't want to be that kind of a YouTuber. I don't even consider myself like. Okay, I am a YouTuber technically, but I never consider myself as a YouTuber. And so funny because I've had many experiences over the years, like where I've been treated as this like celebrity, like, and I mean it's flattering, like I like it, you know what I mean. But I never consider myself like an actual YouTuber, so I don't want to go down the road of scheduling. But I am thinking of playing certain games at certain times. So I think like The Last of Us, I'm thinking of only playing that late at night, and then like, for instance, like what's the game that's the opposite to The Last of Us, like Untitled Goose Game, then like maybe on a weekend morning, you know, like something like that, just kind of like, I suppose, like make the games more appropriate to the time slot, like, you know. But then again, like nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. I don't want to go down that road, you know. But yeah, that has me thinking, right? I have been made to feel like a celebrity over the years on YouTube, and I've been very kind of I've been like, fuck off, I'm not a celebrity. But it's nice to be appreciated. You know, that's the way to look at it. You gotta like not look at everything in a kind of negative way, as in like take a compliment, basically, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna like, you know, there's a lot of times.
I can't wait to see you play Resident Evil 3 story.
Chad, you're obsessed, man. You're obsessed with Witcher 3, Bioshock live streams, and the Resident Evil 3 story. Man, I've played the Resident Evil 3 story so many times, man. I mean, That game came out in the PlayStation 1, man. That was like 20 years ago, man. I've played it many times since. The story is the story. Like, it's Jill Valentine's desperate struggle to survive Raccoon City. Spoiler alert, she does.
I agree with Chad with this one.
Well, I'm getting it, to say the least, and I will be playing it. But I'm actually far more excited to get my hands on Resident Evil Resistance. I want to get stuck into Resident Evil Resistance, and I'm actually going to be playing a lot more of that, and I'm definitely playing that first. I think Resident Evil 3 is a story has been told already, and I'm not really in a rush to, to play it for the story anyway, at least. So, like, yeah, I'm getting it, I'm going to be playing it, and I'll be streaming it, but I'm not.
But you haven't played against the new Nemesis.
But that doesn't make any sense, Chad. It's still Nemesis. Like, he's not the new Nemesis. Like, he's just Nemesis on PS4, and he looks better, and he's going to be a little bit different here and there. Actually, I take that back. He doesn't look better, actually. He doesn't look better, actually. It's still Nemesis. In my mind, he's Nemesis. He's Umbrella's biological weapon that was designed to basically wipe out stars to prevent them from, from going to the authorities to bring down Umbrella. Look, he's Nemesis. It's still Nemesis. I'm not tripping over myself.
Nemesis making MRX look like a chode.
Oh God, definitely. He always did. he always did, man. He's gonna make Mr. X look like a regular zombie. That's gonna be insane. But it's been that way in the original Resident Evil 3 as well. Like, I'll always remember the first time I played Resident Evil 3, and my first encounter with Nemesis. And when he jumped through the window in the Raccoon City Police Department. I mean, my friend was sitting next to me, and man, he got so much of a fright, man. He almost got whiplash from that jump scare. I will always remember that jump scare. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I mean, like, I was supposed to point into the make here is it's not a new game; it's a remake. So I'm well, like, familiar with the story of Resident Evil 3, so it's not new. And I'm not tripping over myself to get stuck into the story. I know it's kind of weird because I was when Resident Evil 2 got remade, but I think I suppose what it really is I'm just really looking forward to getting stuck into Project Resistance, or Resident Evil Resistance as it's called. As you might be aware of, when I got to take part in the closed beta of
but Brad poor brain's getting popped out.
But Brad's poor brain's getting popped out. Okay, like, you can point out all the many differences that are in the remake from a graphical perspective, from a gameplay perspective, and from a story perspective. Although the story, it's going to be minor differences in the story. What it comes down to is I fucking love Resident Evil Resistance. And when I get bored of Resident Evil Resistance, which has probably been never, then I will, get stuck into what's going to be an amazing remake of Resident Evil 3. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's going to be amazing. But you can all look forward to me, streaming Resident Evil 3. That's definitely going to happen. And there's only really a couple of weeks until that. Why do I keep getting stuck in here? I can't seem to make out what's shooting me. There's nothing there. Wonder, it's just behind. No, there's nothing there. Something keeps shooting me. Fucking annoying. Okay, if I get a reasonable. Do you know what? I'm going to save my game here.
At least it's the full game, unlike Final Fantasy VII.
Exactly. You're getting the full game on the one disc or the one download. And on top of that, you forgot to mention, I take it, Chad, you're not a fan of Resident Evil Resistance. Would I be correct in saying that? Because you haven't pointed out the fact you're getting a free game. You're getting 2 games in one. You're getting Resident Evil 3 and you're getting Resident Evil Resistance. I think Capcom are actually not doing it any... I don't think Capcom are doing it enough justice. Because they're describing Resident Evil Resistance as the multiplayer portion of Resident Evil 3. They're basically calling a full-blown game a multiplayer mode. It's not just a multiplayer mode. It's not even connected to Resident Evil 3. It's a completely different game. You're getting 2 games for one, you know. So I think that's amazing.
I played the Mercenaries mode on Revelations.
Mercenaries and Revelations. That's not really Mercenaries, Chad. That's raid mode, if I'm not mistaken. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Sorry, I'm not going to do like critical on you there, like, but that's the die-hard Resident Evil fan in me. I'm like, oh, it's funny when I get like that. But no, it's raid mode. It's not Mercenaries. What the fuck keeps shooting? There's an invisible enemy here somewhere. But there is too. It's fucking weird, isn't it? Even though there was invisible enemies in Doom 1 as well. This guy's doing a spinneroonie. Okay, now I just need to figure out where to go. Right, so there's a portal up here. It just randomly drops me. Weird.
I watched some earlier E3 footage of Doom 3. It looked like a different game.
As well, it's like a beta. I think it went through many changes over its development. I always do this in this game. I just get so lost. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Or not? Nope.
Mars had a whole city.
Jesus, that's a big change. I think Doom 3 was the... Well, yeah, it was the introduction to a full-blown story, really full-blown like cinematic story as well. So it was a real like staple for the future of the Doom series. And Johnny is lost. Damien, this is your time to shine. You need to help me again. Because Damien has helped me so many times in Doom 1. He's been my fucking eyes basically in the live stream. Because when you're playing a game, you don't actually it's hard to describe.
Enter the cheats. MOG smirk.
Enter the cheats. I'll see how far I can go without using those cheats. But I always say this, but when you're playing a game, you don't really see as much as, we say, a viewer would see. Like right now, you're all seeing a lot more than I'm seeing. Or at least that's just the way my eyes are anyway, like, you know. So I could be like walking right past my objective, like over and over again, and you could all be saying like, is this guy blind? And the answer is yes, I am. Wait, I think I know what it is. Wait, no. See, I'm stupid. I'd say more than likely there's a blue door back at the beginning of the map. Well, let's just hope so, yeah. I don't think there is. God.
do we get up there? Yeah, it's happened. It's happened. I just completely, utterly get lost. Wait, I've an idea. Kind of. No, I don't. I was thinking of jumping down there, like this area here.
If you put tin foil on your head, you won't get the coronavirus.
Well, you know what? If people think that stocking up on toilet paper will help them against the infection of coronavirus, then you know maybe a bit of tin foil will do the job as well. But I just think people need to be cautious.
Emoji wide smile.
They need to look after themselves and the people around them. Use a bit of common sense, a bit of logic, but there's absolutely no need to panic, and there's absolutely no need to be that much fearful. That's pretty much it. You'll be grand. Jesus. Ah, fuck. I've got a trophy right now. Bad monster. Kill yourself and an enemy with your own rocket explosion. It's a rare trophy as well, by the way. Although, I'm just looking at these trophies. Pretty much every single trophy. Well, there's a few common trophies, but there's like tons of rare trophies. That's hilarious. Well, I don't know how I missed that blue door, but I did. Dual shock battery is getting low, but there's like maybe 30 minutes left in the live stream, I think, roughly. In and around. Making sure that I kill the invisible monster, demon. Yeah, it's 2 seconds out. I always like to do this from time to time. Okay, it's telling me there's 4 people watching. I know that Chad is 1. I know that Damon is a 2nd. So there's 2 other viewers stalking me right now. I'm going to put a spotlight on those 2 mysterious stalker viewers. Yeah, I'm talking to you, stalker. Stalker number 1 and stalker number 2. Are you going to reveal yourselves? Are you? Or are you just going to sit there quietly and think that I wouldn't notice you? 5? That's 3 stalkers now. Think I wouldn't notice you? Think you'd get by the live stream without me noticing you? Well, the spotlight is on you now. Joke. I'm joking. I always like to do that from time to time. I just picture like the 3 people watching. Because I know the other 2 people are obviously Chad and Damon are watching, but I always like to just like put that spotlight on them. They're like, oh shit, he's talking to me. Oh shit. So it's the door on the left I have to open. I have trips and health. That's not good. I need health down here. Oh, bastard. Actually, you know what? I'll just use my regular handgun. Save the the ammo for the bigger weapons, you know. Die, you bastard. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, jeez. Maybe I'll lose my shotgun. But the door that I'm looking for is... Shit. Not there anyway. Oh, so the purpose of that portal is to get me on top of that pillar that will get me the rocket launcher, guys. I forgot that. I'm getting tired now. So you know what would be good now if I completed the map like before 30 minutes. I could end the live stream early because I'm, you know, tired. That enemy, oh fuck. No, he was still there. You know, at least in Doom 1 you could kind of...
The 1997 game Blade Runner based on the movie will be coming to Switch.
I heard that alright. I don't know what the game is though. Blade Runner. Blade Runner. I don't know. I don't know much about it. You can add that to it. One of the many games that you have made me aware of that I have absolutely no idea about. Ah, fuck, there's nothing worse than when you activate a switch in Doom and you don't know where you're going. You know what's even worse then? Is some switches only get activated for a while. I just want to confirm that. Oh no, it's fine. So what actually opened? Because my eyes right now just... Oh, good. Maybe it's back further. We'll go back. Maybe it's... What? Oh, okay. Random stuff. Oh, there we go. Let's save. Let's save.
No E3, no Todd Howard. Emoji disappointed but relieved face.
Oh no, you'll get your yearly dose of Howardness. Don't you worry. He'll be there at the Bethesda showcase. As I said earlier, like not much is going to change with E3. For us fans who don't actually attend E3, nothing's going to change for us. We're still going to have those digital presentations, and you know, digital presentations have become huge now. I mean, EA have digital presentations, Ubisoft does, they all do. So it's not much is going to change for us. So you'll get your yearly dose.
Still waiting for Blades.
Still waiting for Blades. You're probably the only person waiting for Blades to tell you the truth. I mean, honestly, like, it's a mobile phone game, right? Excuse me. Oh fuck, I do want to go. I activated the switch and I don't know what it does. Great. Alright, maybe I should go back to where the switch was and try to figure out what I did. That would be wise. Huh? Ah, lads, what the fuck? Fuck my sense of direction, huh? Okay, well there's the switch. What did it activate? I need someone to help me. Cause I activated the switch, but I don't know what it does. I'm trying to look around and see if there's anything changed, like anything in the map changed, like, but I don't think it has. Maybe it has down here somewhere now. Jesus Christ. Right. Go back to the start again and see. Wait, this. Something? Uh-huh. Or not. Fuck was the point of... Right. Oh, I got something on there already, didn't I? Chat is still waiting for blades. Blades. It's the name of the barbers here in Cork City. Bye. Wait, what? Where am I? This is a new place. No, it's not. Oh, I thought it was in... Fuck.
Do you think EVO is next on the list?
If I'm not mistaken, Chad, I think that actually got confirmed as being cancelled. It looks like anything beyond June could be cancelled, because like E3 isn't until June and they're cancelling that, so I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. But I think I did hear something about Evo being cancelled. Again, these things, we have to look at it from the point of view of, does it affect us? And it doesn't, because I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never been to E3, you know. So it's not going to change anything. E3 is not going to change anything for us. And Evo, it's not going to do it, because they can just do... this is what I've been saying for a long time anyway. I don't think that there's any need for us anyway. There's no need for video games.
Someone should make a bingo card.
Someone's making a bingo card. Okay. Finally got up here. Save. Bingo card. Oh fuck. So I'm actually at the area where I need to be. Okay, great. Stay still so I can kill you. Goddamn demons. Boom. This is nice. You know, no, fuck it, I was going to debate at the end of this map to end the gameplay portion and start talking, but there is no way in blue hell I am doing that. Not at fucking 33 minutes past 1. Not a hope. Fuck that, like. Fuck that. Oh god. What's down here? Oh fuck. Ah! Step back. Oh, you're not killing me. You're not killing me.
Finish the game tonight.
I did my shit. Oh god. I would get no sleep. So you try to kill me, Damien. I would have shit. I would be completely bald, man. Okay, there's 2 switches. Should I go for the left or the right?
People are complaining about Xbox Live being down. Where's the gamer in you?
Oh, I've been challenged now. My dignity has been challenged. Oh, good God Almighty. Nope, I give up. I choose sleep. I choose sleep this time. Shall I go for the left switch or the right switch? Tell you what though, if I was getting paid as much as the big YouTubers were, I would not only finish this game, but I'd fucking finish Doom 3, Doom 2016. I'd do an all-nighter. I'd fucking stay awake, man, for like 48 hours, man, if I was getting paid.
Save first.
Okie dokie. Let's go for the first. Oh, save. Sorry, this is save. Save first. Thanks, Damien. It's my computer voice.
Left wing or right wing?
Well, I don't like to ever like I actually hate the whole concept of left wing and right wing. You know, 'cause I think it narrows. It's hard to put into words, but I don't want to associate myself as left wing or right wing. And I know by the way this relates to the switch as well. I know that, like the left switch or the right switch. But I'm over analysing things as I always do. But yeah, I would never consider myself left wing or right wing. I just have my views and opinions, and some of those views could lean to right wing, other views could lean to left wing. That's why I never like to consider myself either side, you know. But if I had to choose,
Late night Johnny talks, let's go.
not a fucking hope in hell, man. I would be like a zombie, man. I'd be sitting here at like 6 o'clock in the morning, like a fucking zombie out of The Walking Dead, man. But if I had to choose, I would go with right wing, because you know some of the crazy shit that comes out of you know, far left wing, you know, liberals is just annoying. So I would choose right. I have no idea what I fucking just did, but
Ahoy, Chad.
Azora. I always hate pronouncing names because I always feel like I pronounce them terribly. But nonetheless, Azora, welcome to my late night live stream of Doom 2, where I have been slaying some demons. Or I should say, welcome to pretty much the end of my live stream. But nonetheless, very welcome.
Hi,
Great
Azure.
to have you. How are you keeping, man? Hope that you're keeping well. Hope that your day has went well, man. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell this switch actually did. I have no idea. Oh fuck. Well, we know what that did anyway.
My
The
brain
fucking-
is melting. Just
Great.
got plat for God of War.
All good stuff. I had a joke there. I was gonna say these are all the crazy left-wing liberals coming to get me.
Fuck
That would've
Odin's
been-
Ravens.
Good job. You platinumed God of War, man. Good job. I'm sorry about my terrible computer. Doesn't allow bad words. I know. I'm sorry about that. Oh man, look at all the health or the armor. Alright, so what the hell did the right switch fucking do again? I had to open something like. The hell? I'm gonna save again. That's. Oh no, we'll. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. So the textures aren't exactly detailed, like so. I didn't see what the fuck that was. And that looks like a massive exit. You.
Good game, but damn, some fights are not casual friendly. I want some Lego Mario.
That bastard scared the shit out of me, that final demon. Man. Let's finally complete this level. Boom. Good game, but damn, some fights are not casual friendly. Casual friendly? Man, how could you even associate God of War with casual friendly? Are you insane? If you want some casual friendly, man, get yourself some Lego Mario. No, that wasn't that a great segue to Chad's comment. You know what, man? I saw the trailer this morning. That was this morning, wasn't it? Yeah, this morning. And I have to say, man, like, fucking... I want it, like, you know, but obviously, like, I can't, can I? Then again, like, who says I can't? Apart from me, in my mind, you know. But I did, yeah. I see the trailer today, Chad, and fucking, it looks really cool, like, it looks really fun. But Azora, how
It looks cool.
It looks fucking insane, man. It really does. Azora, why would you even think that God of War would be casual friendly, man? Jesus H Christ. That's another game I actually got to go back and play. Well, you know what? I did say
Not
that.
casual by the way of grinding best gear for at least 30 hour just so you don't get destroyed by one boss.
Not casual, by the way. Grinding best gear. Well, man, you just platinum God of War, man, so there's nothing casual about that, I can tell you that much. There ain't nothing casual about that. But you know what? I said that I would take the live stream up to 2 o'clock a.m. Irish time. Just to point out, if you're watching this live stream from another part of the world. In Ireland right now, it is 41 minutes past 1 a.m. So I said I would take it up to 2 a.m. So that's basically 19 minutes. So 19 minutes. Might as well just make the most of those 19 minutes. I'm not going to go beyond those 19 minutes, so please refrain from bringing up any crazy far left wing liberal feminism bullshit to me, please.
It's 241 LOL.
Damn, you were an hour ahead of me. That's not fair. Yeah, so it's quite late. It's quite late. But yeah, so we won't discuss anything crazy. We won't discuss anything crazy. What could I ask? What could I ask? What could I ask? God, I find the more I think of these questions, the harder it gets. What's the one game from your childhood that you'd love to see getting remade? Like full-blown remade now, not just remastered. Full-blown remade. So I'm asking that now to my 5 viewers. So what's that bring me to now? Because I got a few stalkers watching my live stream as well. Not calling you out as such. Not calling you out. Just having a bit of fun. So I know that Damon is in the live stream. I know that Chad is in the live stream.
Prince of Persia.
So that's 3. Prince of Persia. You know what? You could get that. Because I think there's actually been a couple of rumours going around that that's actually happening. That Ubisoft are actually looking into that and it could be happening. So you could actually get your Prince of Persia remake. Which one, by the way? Which one? Which one in Pacific would you like to see remade? I haven't played any of those games, actually, to be honest with you. I swapped with a friend of mine years ago, and one of the games, the game that he gave me was actually Prince of Persia, and I haven't played it. I've never played it. But it has an interesting story, Prince of Persia, because that game evolved into the...
That's a good question.
The Assassin's Creed series. Yeah, thank you for that one. Thank you for that. It just popped into my head there. So,
Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Elder Scrolls. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. The only Elder Scrolls game I've played is the legendary Skyrim, which you can guarantee will be a PS5 launch title. Todd Howard making the announcement. Delighted that he has another fresh console to put his game onto. Oh Lord. And he'll find a way, trust me, he will find a way to make that happen.
I think the 3 games together have the ingredient for a perfect game.
3 games together. Interesting. I'm not too familiar with the series, but I think you could get some sort of Prince of Persia remake.
The
in the
closest
future.
we getting to pop is the crossover event in For Honor. See.
Closest we're getting to Prince of Persia is the crossover event. Oh, I didn't even know that was happening.
He'll bundle both Elder Scrolls and Fallout collections together. Emoji happy tears.
Oh, you can be sure. You could be sure that Todd Howard will find a way to re-release Skyrim. You can guarantee yourself that.
But I didn't even know that was actually happening. No, Damien, and For Honor, Prince of Persia. Yeah, that's the closest you're going to get, Azora. That is the closest you're going to get to the Prince of Persia right
When
now.
I saw the thumbnail, my heart skipped for a sec.
I reckon that Ubisoft just could be like teasing fans, you know, kind of like, or they could be testing the waters as well. But no, honestly, I'm not even that familiar with the series, but I really feel in my guts that Ubisoft will actually release a full-blown
And I read it's For
Prince of
Honor.
Persia remake. Yeah, so you were like, shit. Are you a fan of For Honor? Because there's nothing worse than when you, like, there'd be nothing worse where if you saw the thumbnail and you took that as Prince of Persia, but then you realised it was just a crossover for a game that you have no interest in. That would be really annoying. Like, because I mean, if you had
It's
interest,
Mario and Zelda mixed together.
it's Mario and Zelda mixed. That's a nice way to put it, actually. So the platforming, and I suppose, I presume you mean the storytelling of Zelda, because I'm not that familiar with Prince of Persia, but I presume that's what you mean. Or maybe the puzzle solving as well. Maybe there's a bit of puzzle solving in Prince of Persia. But what I always find interesting about Prince of Persia, again, is how it evolved and morphed into Assassin's Creed. Because Assassin's Creed,
I don't really like Ubisoft online games.
oh, my computer pronounced Ubisoft the correct way. Because that's funny enough, that's actually what they're called, Ubisoft. I'll always remember when Satoru Iwata, the late great Satoru Iwata from Nintendo, it was one of the E3s, and he was introducing Ubisoft.
But I did play a lot of The Division, so yeah.
Okay. So then, technically, you're a fan of one of their games. Well, you're a fan of Prince of Persia, and you're a fan of The Division, so I think that, by definition, makes you technically a fan of Ubisoft.
Story, combat, and puzzle of Zelda.
Interesting.
Platforming of Mario, great underrated series.
You have me intrigued, you know, to get stuck into Prince of Persia. But it's kind of easy to see how Prince of Persia evolved into Assassin's Creed with the whole kind of fucking, oh God, what's it called? The no, it's gone. The whole running around and jumping thing. What do you call that again? It's too late for me. God. Parkour. The whole parkour gameplay is kind of, in my opinion, what kind of like morphed Prince of Persia into Assassin's Creed. But yeah, Azora, you could potentially get that remake. Hopefully it'll go beyond the crossover. Please God. So what about you, Damien? What's the one game from your childhood you'd like to see remade?
I hope.
I reckon it will happen. And I'll be delighted to break the news live on Green-HillGaming if it does. I would be delighted to make your day with that news. But Damien, what's the one remake, like what's the one game from your childhood that you'd love to see get remade? Chat has said Elder Scrolls 3, Zora has said Prince of Persia. Oh, the getaway. Oh, fuck, man, the getaway. Oh, man. Damien wins. I'm sorry, Damien wins. It wasn't a competition, but Damien wins that one. The getaway, man. Oh, fuck. I should have actually known that, actually, because I remember you were talking to me about it there.
Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor. So the getaway, Medal of Honor. Oh, man, I'd say getaway would be better. But Medal of Honor would be interesting to see kind of full blow.
Did anyone here play The Suffering? Underrated horror game that should get a remake too.
I did, actually. I had the full game, actually, but I got very far into it, actually. Jesus, that's going back. That's going back. I did play that game. It was a really disturbing game, to be honest with you. Everyone was talking about the Manhunt. Everyone was talking about Manhunt around that time. But I'm telling you, The Suffering was just as much fucked up. I got very far into that game.
Rumored by Push Squares.
Oh, mother of God, if it does happen, I think I would lose my fucking mind. We'd both lose our minds, man, seriously. Getaway is a great answer. That would be a great game to get remade.
Silent Hill reboot.
Silent Hill reboot as well, man. Imagine PS5.
Only 1 hour ago.
Or wait. Hold up. Wait, no, my mind is spinning. Wait. Silent Hill reboot got announced. Oh, the rumor about Getaway now. Which
Rumor
one?
chill.
About Silent Hill or about the Getaway? My mind is spinning.
Kojima should make the Silent Hill game but rename it.
I honestly, I don't even care who actually makes it. I just really want to see Silent Hill. So if it's Kojima, if it's somebody else, doesn't matter too much to me, just as long as it's a Silent Hill. But Damien, is Silent Hill reboot rumored, or is it the Getaway?
PT demo scared the shit out of me.
Oh Jesus Christ, me and you both. That was a fucking...
PS5 launch apparently will be Silent Hill reboot alongside it.
Oh, mother of Jeebus Christ. No, that would be fantastic. Oh, that's funny because I was talking to you about this, Damien, last week. Knowing my fucking luck, I'd be like, yeah, can't wait to get myself on PS5 Silent Hill reboot, and then they fucking cancel it. Because that's what happened with PS4. No, I didn't buy PS4 at launch.
I can't believe Konami can make Silent Hill good again. Silent Hill pinball.
I think if it's done by the right person...
Now if they reveal the PS5, it'll be great.
Exactly, yeah, we need the reveal of the console. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a full-blown, no rumours, no reports, no leaks. We need an official reveal of the PS5 console and games and launch games and pricing and all that. We need a full-blown
Silent
reveal.
Hill Battle Royale.
Oh Jesus H Christ! Full of pyramids.
Silent Hill Pachinko Gambling Simulator on PS5, haha.
Look, Konami, you know, have lost their reputation, unfortunately, because of the business breakdown between Konami and Hideo Kojima. But I honestly think, looking at things now, I think we as fans, basically...
Silent Hill Resistance.
Silent Hill, don't you dare, Chad. Don't you dare. They wouldn't even compare to... Konami wouldn't be able to...
More like destroyed it.
Well, listen, I think we as fans looked way too much into it, okay? So obviously a great game got cancelled in Silent Hills, okay? That was unfortunate. But the whole thing of like Konami's business relationship with Hideo Kojima, we've looked way too much into that, okay? It was a business situation between, you know, an employee and an employer. It happens every day around us, but the whole thing just got so
Silent Hill
publicised.
exclusive to Stadia.
Jesus Christ, hopefully that won't happen. Because Google Stadia is dead. Completely dead. So there's a few things there now that I want to kind of go over before I end the live stream. So first of all, Damien, Getaway is a great choice for a classic game to be remade. Your childhood game, The Getaway, being remade would be fantastic, especially on PS5, because there hasn't been a Getaway game since The Getaway 2 on PS2. So
Silent Hill made by Bethesda, emoji smirk.
No, Chad. No. I would love to see that happening as well, because I had to get away.
Silent Hill 2 symbolism and atmosphere will never be recreated. Mobile.
Silent Hill Mobile. I agree with you. Silent Hill 2 is
an amazing game. Not just an amazing Silent Hill game, but an amazing Silent Hill game in general. I think it'd be very hard for anyone to recreate a masterpiece like that. But just want to get back to these comments. So yeah, I would agree with you, Damien. The Getaway would be a great remake. I mean, think of what they could do with the Getaway on PS5 hardware, with the map of London, the detail of London, the detail of the characters, the quality of voice actors in today's world. So the storytelling would be amazing. The gameplay would be amazing. It would just be absolutely insane for that game to be remade. So great choice there, Damon. I would love to see that. Medal of Honor also, the full-blown remake, go back to what made the Medal of Honor series Medal of Honor with PS5 hardware would be amazing. So a lot of stuff about Silent Hill. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's unfortunate what happened to the Silent Hill series. I think ever since Team Silent left Konami, Team Silent were the developers who made Silent Hill 1, 2, and I think they made 3. I don't know if they made 4. Maybe Chad can confirm that. But once Team Silent left, that's pretty much the beginning of the end for Silent Hill. A couple of good Silent Hill games. I think for me the best one after Team Silent left was Shattered Memories. That game is absolutely fantastic. It's overlooked. It's completely overlooked. I think people just, you know, oh, you have no weapons. Oh, you can't. There's no combat in the game. You can't fight back against the monsters.
Green-HillGaming wants SmackDown. Here comes the pain.
Oh, he sure fucking does, man.
Downpour had good ideas.
Well, for me, Shattered Memories is an example of a fine Silent Hill game, because look, the fact that you can't fight back against the enemies, the fact that you're constantly running away from the enemies, the fact you're hiding from the enemies, to me adds a better level of fear, because you are nothing more than a human character. You're running away from these monsters. It puts you in a more vulnerable position, and it's much more fearful. I liked that about the game, but also I liked the whole psychological side of the game, where you were being psychologically profiled throughout the whole game, and your answers and your decisions.
Homecoming had good horror.
Was there someone, one of your... Oh, thank you for liking my stream, Azora. Homecoming had good horror. I remember Homecoming. I didn't play too many Silent Hill games. Let me just say that. Actually, the only Silent Hill game that I actually played from start to finish, and to be honest with you, I would say the only Silent Hill game that I played at all properly was actually Shattered Memories. So maybe that's why I'm so kind of why I like it so much. But it's a great game, and your psychological profile, every decision you make, every action you take affects the game. So it's a really great game. Obviously, then we had Silent Hills, which was going to involve Hideo Kojima. Unfortunately, because of the business breakdown between Hideo Kojima and Konami, that project got cancelled. So pretty much the Silent Hill series has been dead for a long time, more or less. So I just want to see the Silent Hill series back. I don't care who makes it. It's not Hideo Kojima's game. So I think that people need to kind of maybe wind their neck in a little bit when it comes to being obsessed with Hideo Kojima. He doesn't, like, he's not associated with Silent Hill just because Hideo Kojima is, you know, Silent Hill can exist without Hideo Kojima.
Death Stranding 2, emoji happy tears.
Oh jeez, that well, you know, it could get a sequel. But for me, and for like many other people, you know, I got bored of that game.
Downpour had that same thing on harder difficulties. You could fight or flee, but weapon degradation could fuck you over. And the whole expo.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with it. Like, it's just I haven't played much of the game. I know that I played a lot of Shattered Memories, and I've completed it, and I just think it's a great game. Personally, you know, I can't speak on behalf of the popular viewpoint on that. You know, I mean, what's on the forums or the comment sections or anything else. I can only speak for myself. I think it's a great game, and I love it. And so as far as the Silent Hill,
story is shit though, LOLXD.
As far as the story, as far as the series of Silent Hill is concerned, I just want a new Silent Hill game because I love the concept of Silent Hill and what it represents and the symbology of it and just the tone of Silent Hill, the music as well. Fucking hell, the music of Silent Hill is quality. So I just really like the taste, the flavour of Silent Hill. So I want to eat another Silent Hill, basically. So that would be a great game to be, brought to PS5, and I fucking hope that rumour becomes true. And now to end the live stream with the childhood game that my childhood game that I would like to see.
It's psychological gore.
Psychological gore. What am I to describe Silent Hill? So yeah, bring back Silent Hill. Bring back Silent Hill. I don't care who the fuck makes it. Just bring back
Horror.
Silent Hill. Bring back my that mistype actually makes sense too because it actually is psychological gore as much as it is psychological horror. So yeah, just bring back Silent Hill. I love that game so much, everything about it, the series. But to end the live stream with my childhood game that I would like to see be actually before I do, I know I'm going beyond time here now, but before I do, can anyone guess what my childhood game would be to get remade? Like the one game. I'm putting pressure on people now. I'm putting the spotlight on them. What about my two stalkers? What do my two stalkers think? Putting the pressure on them now again. Azor was like, well, it'll be tough for you, Azor, because you don't know me as much. Not to put you under pressure or anything like, but it'll be a tough one.
Some Final Fantasy.
Playboy PS2.
Playboy PS2. Mario 64.
Chad is right. Chad is correct. That's hilarious to him, by the way. That would be my second. That would come second. I want to see that game on PS5 with realistic graphics. No, it's actually Super Mario 64. I know I got a remake. I wouldn't even call it a remake. Like, I know Super Mario 64 got released on Nintendo DS, and I'll actually talk about that actually to actually end the live stream officially, because I always think it's a great story. But Super Mario 64 on DS, it's great that it got released on the DS. It's a great game. They've added in, like, you can play as Luigi and Waluigi and Wario and fucking Yoshi and
I want Sunshine.
Sunshine would be great too. But I know that they added in so much new elements to Super Mario 64 on DS. But to be fair, like, it didn't feel...
Green Mario.
Green Mario. It didn't feel like a remake to me. So I think, to take Super Mario 64, like to take the original Super Mario 64 and to remake that on like modern Nintendo hardware, Nintendo Switch, like do what Square Enix did with Final Fantasy 7. Just go back to the drawing board and completely reimagine Super Mario 64 on Nintendo Switch. So like graphically, graphically, imagine what Peach's castle would look like, the outside, the inside. What all these levels would look like. Swinging Bowser around with his tail in full fucking HD.
Super Mario World is my number one Mario game, 'cause of heavy nostalgia.
Yeah, see, was it your first Mario game, I wonder? Because I think your first Mario game is always the Mario game you're going to have a lot of nostalgia for. For me, Super Mario 64 is that game. It's my, childhood Mario game. It's what really got me into not just Mario, but Nintendo in general. Okay. What is your first Mario game? I wonder. I don't want the stream to go on too long here now, but I want to see
the first Mario.
Imagine a remake of the first Mario. That'd be interesting. So you're definitely older than me, I think. Anyway, I wasn't even born when the first Mario game came out. I want to see Super Mario 64 being remade on Nintendo Switch. Just taking an
the original.
Okay, the original. So taking a Nintendo 64 game and remaking it on Nintendo Switch hardware would be fantastic from a graphical point of view, from a gameplay point of view. I just want to see and play that game again remade on Nintendo Switch would be insane. And now to just basically talk about Super Mario 64 on DS and what it means. It means that a whole new generation of gamers got to experience Super Mario 64. And I think it's amazing that you can have two completely different generations that can share the same memories of Super Mario 64. So whether you're someone like me, who, I'm 31, and when I first played Super Mario 64, it was on the Nintendo 64.
They might pull that out, but only if Nintendo needs a heavy cash injection.
Not necessarily, Azora. It's a nice, interesting way to put it, but not necessarily. There's a lot of I don't think Square Enix, needed the money when they made Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I don't think Capcom needed the money when they made Resident Evil 3 Remake. So I don't think it comes down to money. I think it just comes down to, what the fans may want, what the fans may want to pick up and play. So I don't think I don't think Nintendo are like, oh shit, we need money. I don't think Nintendo are making the money right now, Zora. The Switch is selling like hotcakes. So it isn't a case of that they need money. I think it would come down to, looking at it. They're basically continuing what they've actually been doing for quite a while, and what's proving to be a great success for Nintendo. They remade The Legend of Zelda, Legend of Link's Awakening on Switch. Took a Game Boy game and remade it on Switch, and it was amazing. I have it. It sold extremely well for them. The latest one was what's a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and there was another game as well that they remade, pretty sure. But it's proven to be massively successful for them. But what I wanted to say to end the live stream. So the great thing about Super Mario 64 DS is introduced a new generation of gamers to that game. And so
I think every company has these types of games in a freezer, but yeah, that's my opinion.
It's a strange place to have a game in a freezer. I'm joking. Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it. It's a possibility, but games get remade left, right, and centre nowadays, and there's all different reasons why it happens. But I just think that Super Mario 64 is probably considered one of the best Mario games out there. In fact, it's probably considered one of the best games out there. It's actually the game that pretty much introduced 3D gaming, as in like 3D characters and 3D game worlds, and the concept of moving in any direction. I mean, most gamers nowadays will take that for granted. It's the only way that they can imagine playing the game. I mean, imagine playing a game now where you couldn't move your character in any direction. But there's a time where you couldn't do that. And Super Mario 64 was the first real game that actually introduced like an effective way of doing that. So it became the blueprint, basically, of modern gaming. So it's a historic game in more ways than one. I think that bringing that game into the modern generation, but they did it on the DS. Graphically, it didn't really change that much. Gameplay changed a little bit, alright, to be fair. But
but remaking that, it's a really big risk.
Again, Azora, no more of a risk than what Capcom are taking with Resident Evil 3, or what Final Fantasy are taking with Final Fantasy 7. I mean, that's episodic. A lot of fans aren't happy with that. Some people aren't happy with the fact that they've turned a scene where Cloud has to
Same
dress
with
up.
Resident Evil 4, holy shit.
Well, Resident Evil 4 is not a remake though. I like to kind of point out differences when I can. Like Resident Evil 4 is more of a remaster. But I see your point. I agree with you. Like Resident Evil 4 has been re-released so many times. But as far as taking a Nintendo 64 game, what a game looks like on the Nintendo 64 graphically and how it plays, and putting that onto a modern console, it's kind of what I'm talking about, like a full blown remake. But I wouldn't say it's risky though. There's a lot of risks that these companies will take when it comes to taking a classic game and remaking it. But I think Nintendo did that with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee on the Switch. They took a Game Boy Classic, Pokemon Yellow, and they remade it, and it went down very well, sold very well as well. And they did the same thing with The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. The Legend of Zelda.
I hope you get that Mario 64 remake.
Thank you. Oh God, it's the one game that I want to be remade so much. They remade, remastered Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the fucking Dragon and Crash Bandicoot and Scientology. Jeez, I'm getting tired. So yeah, that is the game from my childhood that I would love to see remade. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about Super Mario 64 DS and what that kind of meant as well. Is it basically brings two different generations of Super Mario 64 players together. So you could have very young person, an adult, and they both have memories of the same game. And that's what the great thing about re-releasing a game and remaking a game. But I just think that now it would make a lot more sense, because you'd be putting on a more modern console with the Switch. So that's my piece. So we've had The Getaway, we've had Prince of Persia, we've had Medal of Honor also, we've had Elder Scrolls 3, and for me, we had Super Mario 64. So hopefully, someday, all of those games get remade in some shape or form or way, and new generations will be introduced to those games. Like when Resident Evil 3 releases, that's going to be introduced to a new generation.
Also, Max Payne 1 and 2.
Oh man, that would be good. Max Payne, Jesus Christ, that's another game. That's another controversial game as well. But the thing is, I think, it's very hard to be controversial in today's world, isn't it? Because everyone is so fucking offended by everything.
Great choices.
Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic choices, Damien. But I think your choice wins, man. I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased by any means here, but I think that Damien Sewell had the best choice, hands down, with The Getaway. It's just that kind of a game. Even better than Super Mario 64, in my opinion, in terms of being remade. It's just that type of game. You're taking like a game world, you could just literally take London City, which is where the game was set. Spoiler alert. Reshaping London on PS5 hardware. The character models, the quality of voice acting nowadays. You would get an amazing game, absolutely amazing game. I mean, you would too. Any of those games, really, to be honest with you, with any of those games. But I just think there's something about The Getaway. I just think it's long overdue. To make a comeback. Anyway, what's long overdue for me is sleep. So I'm going to get some sleep, but not before I thank everyone who watched this live stream of some late night demon slaying on Doom 2. I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoyed the interactivity also of this live stream, and thank you for being interactive as well. I appreciate that, and thank you for watching. And I will say good night to you. Maybe some people it's good morning or good evening. But so I want to say a big massive thank you to to always being there to support.
Sleep has been delayed due to coronavirus.
Oh fuck. Coronavirus can fuck off. I have my toilet roll, so I'm sorted. Fucking wrap myself up in toilet roll like some kind of fucked up coronavirus mummy, and I'd be grand. Oh fuck. So thank you all again for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time on Green-HillGaming, where I'll be playing The Last of Us. So I'll say good night to all of you, and sleep well, and if it isn't night time, fuck it, sleep anyway. See you next time.